culminate the weekend, doubleheader weekend from Dover. And the second race is underway. No time Matt DiBenedetto wasted in jumping out to the front. And how about Eric Almirola in the 10 on the outside, fighting for second already.
That's a hard pass to make this early in the race. Oh man, really pushing that car off turn 4. Newman stays on the inside. A bit loose right there for the 10. Newman fighting grip in the back of the car is going to have to give that spot up right there.
The 3 of Austin Dillon now. Oh, 47's around. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. into the inside wall. And a lot of damage on the right side of that car.
It's the second race. We've seen Ricky have problems early in the race.
Also seeing the 7.
And great pace.
Oh, look at this.
Big damage to the 9.
Wow.
That is a lot of damage.
Garrett Smithley in the 7. Also was stopped on the track.
To the garage.
And straight to the garage for Chase Elliott.
Had a fast car. It's gone today. So you can see they drive into turn 3. Gano gets up the racetrack a little bit right there. They're all clear.
Gano just up the track into the left rear quarter panel of the 47.
The 9, when he came into the picture, already had damage, so he must run into somebody as the 47 was spinning. Oh, here it is. The 51 and the 7, they go around at the backside of the yellow. Heavy damage on the 51. Still trying to figure out where the damage happened to the 9, though.
Joey Gase is in that 51.
So you see right here, some pretty good damage to the right rear quarter panel of the 22 car. From somebody. Still
there. The rear tires on the 11 car.
Yeah,
He's trying to lock them up. Yeah, there's
the 9. All the damage to it.
Leading this race. How much work he's doing. The back of the car really twitchy. Watch his steering wheel, you know, from that front shot. His hand, a lot of hand movement right there.
All our guys that ran up front, finished up front yesterday, had us trouble trying to get through the field here. Denny Hamlin has a moment off into turn 1. Tries to get the outside. Ty Dillon way up the racetrack. 3 wide right here. Makes that move work.
He's doing so. I think he might have a chance to win this stage as he's run Blaney down.
So now with
traffic.
Yeah, just under 3 to go. It's the 12 of Blaney just in front of Kevin Harvick.
Kevin can't. That's the worst place to catch the lap traffic. Can't get the throttle right there.
Look at Blaney though. Watch Blaney. Watch the corner entry. Harvick's going to beat him, but watch the exit.
Harvick does this diamond, gets a great run off the corner.
You see right there, Blaney cannot go back to the throttle. Does not have enough rear grip to just aggressively attack the throttle. Harvick will try to jump on the outside of him.
Look at this pass. He goes to the high side for the stage 1 win. Harvick goes by Blaney. Man, 1 lap to go in stage 1. What a run by Kevin Harvick. Happened on lap 80. Look at the top 3. Harvick, Blaney, and Byron all on lap 80, running the fastest laps of the day.
I think what stands out to me on that is the difference between the fastest and the second fastest. You could be 2.5 tenths of a second faster than somebody else. That's an amazing amount.
Fourth caution has come out for the Drydene 311 from Dover International Speedway. And saw a little frustration out of the 32 of Corey LaJoie with the 13 of Ty Dillon.
Yeah, we saw a little smoke off turn 2. Let's see what happened. Oh, Ty's got him turned sideways. Corey. Does he go all the way around?
Can it be saved?
I think he does. Save it. Good job by him to keep that car out of the fence. It's almost impossible to do here because of the banking.
Look at the right front fender, though.
Yeah, he has a little
damage
here
on the right front.
Are you saying there's more to the story, Jeff?
Yes, I think there may be.
Oh, okay.
Talked to Chris Gabehart, his crew chief, this morning about win number 6 yesterday. He said, yep, I wanted another one. It gives me a comfort factor going to Daytona, and you're going to see us re-rolling today and next week in Daytona for maybe a couple more. Parker.
And Dave chasing him down right now is Martin Truex Jr., who lost the race yesterday to that guy in front of him. But the reason he lost it in his mind, he had some choice words for Eric Almirola in the 10 car, who was 1 lap down as they came to the last 10 laps of the race. Martin tried to pass him. He couldn't get around Eric. And he was very frustrated how Eric stayed tried to stay one lap down there. And he basically said this is going on through the season. These two have had run-ins throughout the year. He hasn't had problems with Eric before, but this season, forever, they've run into each other. They've been around each other too often. Not happy with the 10 cars, Martin Truex.
Much better day today for William Byron as he runs in the 6th spot. You see there to the left of your screen, bubble points. He's in the playoffs right now, having a much better day. Chad Canal said yesterday they were solid here earlier or last year rather. They expected to be much better yesterday. This is more par for the course for them, running solid. No mistakes today, having a nice afternoon running in 6th, Dave. So, crew chief Steve, how do you balance that? How do you keep it maybe too free, but also not get it too tight?
So you have to understand where you think the track is going. Remember, this has been a very long green flag run, 66 laps. Look at the color of the racetrack. Much darker. I mean, look at it all the way across, apron to wall. All of that black rubber, that's changing the handling. So you got to kind of do a little bit of an educated guess. Luckily for William Byron, his crew chief has won 11 times here. Here's Jimmy Johnson, so he knows how to get it done. Speaking of Jimmy, inside the one of Kurt Busch.
Yeah, this is for 10th place. This is critical because this will be a stage point. Not only a position right here, 1 point from that, but also a stage point should he finish in the top 10 here.
Jimmy Johnson is flying. You said it, Steve. He had to come from the back of the pack. He's been really smart about how he's gotten up through there. But he may have the fastest car on the racetrack. We've not seen anyone pass that many cars today.
Kurt Busch fought back, though, stayed in front of him, and here comes Clint Boyer back into the picture.
But, Rick, this is what the fan base has been wanting to see out of Jimmy Johnson. His nickname is Superman. 83 wins, 7 championships. He always put it on his shoulders. Here, he was speeding. His pit crew would have a slow pit stop. This is the Jimmy Johnson we have been looking for. He has driven it from the back of the field all the way to 10th. Under green, there's been no tricks. There's been no yellows. He has passed a ton of cars, 19 on this run alone. Parker.
Yeah, the 11 and Denny Hamlin got the 12 loose. He had to stay out of the throttle. Both those guys checked up. The 19 gets into this fight. 11 to the top. He's going to go up there and get on that top 3 wide.
Look
Truex
at Martin
on the inside.
Yeah, Truex is going to take advantage of the loose 12. He goes by him. Denny Hamlin clears on the high side.
William Byron is thinking, points, points. I can get by Blaney.
Oh, he's going to tag the 11.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there.
So what? William Byron in the 24 gets to the back of the 12 of, Ryan Blaney. Doesn't move him out of the way, but he definitely let him know he was there.
Look at Blaney. He's so loose. The back of the car is just around on it. Williams got to keep the pressure on him. Get right to that rear bumper. Pull the air off that spoiler.
He's got to try this top here. That's what he needs to do. That 12 car's pinned to the bottom, trying to just survive.
I think that 12 car is so loose, though, if you could just run up right here, just run up in the corner with him, get him loose on corner entry.
A little bit better this time for the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Can he hang on to that spot? He does. He clears the 22, holds on to second.
I think it's a right front when really it's a left front. Very hard to tell.
We've known in years past the teams were getting really aggressive and only hitting 4 lugs intentionally to try to gain a little speed on the pit stop, and that may be coming to haunt these guys a little bit here on this final stop of the day. Assuming that was the last stop, just trying to gain a little speed there on the left side.
Yeah, that's why NASCAR put those fines in place. You know, people think, oh, it's 1 lug nut, why fine them? To your point, Junior, that's because they were only tightening 4.
Yeah.
So you had to make a pretty serious penalty to encourage the teams to attempt to get all 5 lug nuts tight.
And you mentioned it by name. When we asked Clint Boyer about his crew chief, he said, you know what? My crew chief is super chill. That's the way he described him. He's super chill.
Well, it's funny, right? Because when you talk to Almirola, who has the old crew chief for the 14, he has Mike Buckaravich. He says, my crew chief is not. He doesn't say super chill, but he says he's worked up. He's motivated on the radio, and Eric self-admittedly says he's kind of chill, kind of relaxed. He thought that motivation on the radio has helped the 10 team, so here it is. Crew chief swap between 2 cars, both currently running inside the top 10.
I think it's important also for Clint Boyer. You know, a lot of rumors about who's going to drive this car next year and what's going to happen. You know, you're expected to make the playoffs, right? You're driving Stewart-Haas Racing, you're expected to make the playoffs. So Clint Boyer will continue his driving career. Making the playoffs go a long way to help him do that.
Difficult, obviously, for Rick Hendrick because both cars are owned by him. He wants to see both of them get into the playoffs. But obviously, a lot of people want to see a 7-time champion and Jimmy Johnson make it into the playoffs. But only 2 opportunities left to decide that here and Daytona next weekend.
You know what makes sports...
Harvick on the inside. How much pressure will he give him? Jimmy Johnson holding him off through 1 and 2. Sliding as he came out of 2. Can he hold him off through 3 and 4? Up the racetrack, Jimmy goes. Here comes Harvick. Harvick's going to pass him and take the lead again.
Oh, Jimmy way up the racetrack off the 4. Now Jimmy Johnson's lost the lead, but he has to focus. He's still got to keep everybody behind him. Look at William Byron. He's in 4th.
Yeah, Jimmy was in 6th before he took those 2 tires, so anything inside the top 5 you would think would be an overall gain for the 48. Truex, on the other hand, is thinking, I need to get by this 48 as quick as possible.
There's a difference in tires. You saw it right there in the middle of the corner. Jimmy Johnson's going to go back to the bottom of the racetrack. Watch Truex gain on him. Right here, Truex will be able to get in the throttle sooner. Jimmy's got his work cut out for him. Keep Truex behind him.
Under 2 laps to go. Can he hold him off?
I agree with you, Jeff. I thought that top looked pretty decent. The run down the straightaway was good for the 24, but he didn't stick with it.
1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. The final time. Harvick out front, Truex running 2nd. Jimmy Johnson trying to hold on to 3rd after pit strategy. Just a 2-tire stop. Put him up front. Kevin Harvick is going to win. He sweeps.
Great job. What a weekend. Good job. Fought all day yesterday, and it paid off today getting it right. Thank you.
Stage 1, Stage 2, and the win for Kevin Harvick, sweeping the day.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.